Dr. Parekh, if you are on, we'd like to hear what you have to say about how this is going to impact doctors, which is then going to trickle down to patients and how it's not good for them.
So the bill, the way it stands right now, is going to have draconian consequences on patients having access to medical providers who have been injured in a motor vehicle accident. And, I've actually myself have called, I have friends who work in the medical system, including daycare, and I talked to a close friend of mine who's a neurosurgeon there. Currently, as it stands, if you are a victim of an accident, they will not see you. They've been given instructions at daycare to not see you unless you go through the emergency department. So access to care will be limited. Patients will not have the ability to choose the provider or doctor they want to treat with. And these are issues. So essentially, a lot of these patients who have been in a car accident or hurt are either going to end up end up in the emergency room, which they'll be either dismissed or they'll go home with opioids, and it's just going to be an ongoing problem. So that's my biggest concern is the lack of attention and care that these patients will receive once they've been hurt as a result of somebody else. And I've been doing this for about 10 years. Never intended to actually never knew what personal injury was or treat patients who've been in car accidents. But you realize that a lot of these people are hurt and they need care, and it's just unfortunate.
So what does the bill does? So if I get hurt and I have a pretty bad injury, the bill just makes it basically so it's very difficult financially because it guts a lot of it for you to be able to see me under the laws that will change?
Well, there is no, as the law stands, as the bill stands right now, if it passes as it is, we would be essentially treating people for nothing.
Right.
And obviously, we can't sustain ourselves, or no one can sustain themselves doing that.
Right.
Now, I can obviously ask somebody who's been hit by somebody else to come see me, and they can pay our cash price, but most people can't do that.
Right.
So the other part of the issue is, imagine if you're a athlete, and you're injured on the field, or you get hit. Most pro athletes, probably most high school athletes, are going to have MRIs done either the same day or the next day. They're going to be seen by a doctor on the field or at least the next day. If you've been hit by a car, then why is it any different? And with the way the bill is now, if you're forced to go through your health insurance, which again, health insurance companies are for profit. Blue Cross Blue Shield, United, they all have, tickers and stock symbols. They're all for profit. They're all there to make money. So in the health insurance world, most care is delayed. And they can delay care, especially when it comes to spine-related issues, because most people aren't going to die from that. Even cancer treatment, right? They delay cancer treatment. You got to go through prior authorizations, approvals. So, they'll delay MRIs 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks.
Right.
They'll delay injections, surgeries. You have to go through all these different steps. But if you've been in an acute injury and now you've got a massive herniated disc that you don't even know about and you're walking around with,
right.
Point goes back to the original point is if you're a pro athlete, if you're any athlete, you're getting that treatment right away. Why is it any different for somebody else?
That's a good point.
Who's been hit?